So you moved aboard in 2008, and when did you first leave after that? In the same year?
Yeah.
Right away.
Right away. You moved aboard and then
moved
went
aboard,
offshore.
did the last things to do on the boat, which were necessary to leave, and then we just hopped down the European coast: Holland, Belgium, France, Spain, Portugal, and then Madeira. We had this little storm in between.
Yeah.
Madeira, Canary Islands,
Cape Verde Islands.
Cape Verdes.
Wow.
And then we decided to not go the standard route or what everybody does.
But we were late anyway.
We were too late, a little too late for the Caribbean, and we didn't know about hurricanes at all. I mean, we read about it, but we didn't know how it really works over here in this part of the world. And so we thought, well, we were a little late. We might just as well go down to Brazil. That's what we did. Straight down south, and we went to Salvador de Bahia, and that was a great experience.
How was that the longest sail you've ever done?
That was the longest sail.
How many miles was that?
It's like 2,100 miles in 21 days.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was
absolutely
beautiful.
It was the best sail we ever had.
Yeah.
21 days at sea.
Yeah.
21 days at sea, and crossing the equator was quite an experience. And
5 o'clock in the morning with rain and gusts.
Oh yeah, little gusty. Yeah, got a little gusty, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and then we took a photo, when we crossed the equator with this 000.
Wow.
And then after this, we had a nice rum.
Yeah.
A total rum, and then on we went.
And we threw a bottle.
Yeah,
we threw a bottle.
A message in a bottle.
We made a message in the bottle, so we crossed the equator at this time and the date, and then we put the message in the bottle and threw it. We haven't received a message yet.
So it's probably been lost somewhere.
Well, you never know. Someday.
But actually, we put $1 in, for the mail fee.
Well, that's things you do. Yeah.
What was it like when you made landfall after 20 days at sea? Where was that, and what was it like when you first saw land?
It was so scary, Before we were before at the Canary Islands and the Cape Verde Islands, which are more or less really quiet, not many people, and then after 21 days, nobody around us. And then we approached
Salvador
de Bahia early in the morning with the first daylight. And this
skyscrapers, light, a skyline like
oh my god,
like New York,
and
not
so
like
scared.
New York, but almost like that.
Yeah,
and we
so
knew
scared.
4 million people.
Yeah, and I said, Björn, we can't stop here. We can't stop here.
We don't want to stop here.
Let's go on. And then Björn said, well, we don't have the paper charts to go on further. We have to jump. And then, no, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop.
Let's carry on. No, come on. Let's have a look how it looks like.
I was so scared.
And eventually, we stayed a couple of months around Salvador.
Yeah, did you go into a marina or stay at
The first place we went into a marina, but then again, you can go around the Bahia, which is the Bay of Salvador.
Yeah.
And there's many anchor places, and you can just stay there and hang out, and it's compared to the Caribbean, it's pretty deserted. I mean, there's almost nobody.
Yeah.
A couple of cruises that come down from Europe, or a couple of South Africans coming up from South Africa.
Yeah.
Brazil is beautiful.
Brazil's beautiful.
Little Brazilian cruises, and that's all. And it's you find your quiet and calm spots.
A place that you would recommend a cruiser stop in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And it was really funny when we arrived there in the marina at 9 o'clock in the morning. Some Austrian friends were already there, and then they said, "Wow, welcome, Buena Vista! You did your crossing." And then at 9 o'clock in the morning, we got this typical Austrian schnapps, which is high voltage.
High voltage, yeah.
High voltage schnapps.
Really high. And then we had first we had to drink caipirinha, which is the national drink of the Brazilians. So they gave us first at 9 o'clock in the morning without breakfast. After 21 days, we had to drink at least 2 caipirinhas.
And
then the Austrian schnapps.
And then we went to customs and immigration.
We were so relaxed.
Oh yeah.
We were done in like 2 hours or so. And And everybody told us, well, it will be complicated because you have to walk to like 4 different places.
Yeah.
And we just went there and said, well, yeah, I want a clearance and blah, 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 blah. And
Hello.
I mean, of course, we didn't speak any Portuguese or any Brazilian, but with a little we had and with a little Spanish we had, well, we just got it, and they just said, well, let's get them out of here.
These guys look really tired after their crossing. Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Where did you go from there?
We stayed 5.5 months in Brazil. We
Wow.
did some
In
inland
total.
tours in total. We did
Yeah.
some inland tours, and then we sailed to French Guiana,
French Guiana to Suriname.
which is lovely,
Really? What's Suriname like?
beautiful, beautiful. It's there are not many sailors, and you know in Brazil you have to be aware. You know, you have really poor people, you have really rich people, and the crime is. Yeah, you have to be aware. You don't wear
present.
jewelry, and
Yeah.
you know, and at night you stay on the boat because it's not really safe to be on the streets. So,
Yeah.
and then when we arrived in Suriname, the first thing, oh, don't forget your camera when you go to the capital to visit, you know. And then it was like, wow. And the people were friendly and welcoming, and the food, mostly Indonesian food, was nice. Nothing is really organized, which is nice. We rented once a car,
Yeah.
which was adventurous because they have no street sign, no nothing, so you have to find your way somehow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which
Yeah.
is
The road maps are pretty poor, but well, you just find your way and you just ask somebody.
and the people are so nice and helpful.
Suriname is a great place to
Yeah.
visit. I think that's one of the places that are out of the standard tourist line, which are really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more popular. I
And
guess.
are there marinas there? Or
Not at
Not
all.
yet.
Not at
No,
all.
not.
You anchor in a river. It's a tidal river, and it's got a pretty strong current, like
yeah.
3 or 4 knots.
Yeah.
So you got to watch your anchor, and it's pretty deep as well, like 10 meters,
wow.
30 feet. So you got to watch your anchorage pretty well. But well, yeah, if you watch that, it's cool. It's nice. Yeah. And it's a freshwater river, so you can actually get rid of all your barnacles and your marine growth.
Yeah, the growth goes away when you're in freshwater.
Yeah, absolutely.
You only have to be aware of the piranhas.
Well, allegedly there's piranhas, but I swam in the river and I never cared, and they never bit me. So
Oh my god!
And you can wash your clothes in the river
Yeah.
because we don't have a washing machine.
Yeah. And after that, we sailed up to Trinidad, and then our long stay in the Caribbean started, basically. So since end of 2009, we're in the Caribbean, up and down the islands. The Caribbean as the eastern, all the small Antilles.
What islands have you been visited in the Caribbean, and what are some of your favorites?
My favorite one is definitely Grenada.
Grenada.
I
Grenada,
love
Carriacou are
Grenada.
great.
Grenada is my favorite. Then we say Tobago, Trinidad, Grenada.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Beautiful sailing area.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of small islands. You have day trips. You can visit. The people are friendly.
Well,
The officials are a little bit like.
yeah. We only stopped once in St. Vincent itself, the main island. But the Grenadines are great.
Backway, Tobago Keys.
Backway, Tobago Keys, yeah. St. Lucia, we stopped a little there. Martinique, the French islands are nice.
It's good for stocking up.
Yeah, of course, get all the European stuff you crave for after a couple of years. And then
Dominica.
Did you like Dominica?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
Because it was our first time in the Caribbean, and the boat boys there are a little bit aggressive,
Yeah.
and we weren't used to this habit, so we were a little bit disappointed, annoyed, but you have to live with this. You just tell them go off.
Who are the boat boys? What is that? I mean,
They come to you and then they offer food, drinks, tours, and mooing
Even as you
boys.
approach the anchorage, I mean, you haven't dropped your anchor yet. There's like 2 or 3 boats approaching your boat, and they say, "Hey, young man."
they come out to you in dinghies.
Yeah.
In dinghies or in whatever, and I mean in old wooden boats with old outboards, sometimes even paddling and on canoes and on surfboards.
Yeah.
I mean,
they just
it's
want to
crazy.
sell you anything.
Anything.
And they were a little bit
one
aggressive.
a lobster, one this, one that, want to do an island tour, and well, we were like, okay, no, we want to anchor first.
Want to get
please,
the anchor down first.
and have a beer and see what it's like. And
I've even seen those boat boys fighting with each other over who gets to.
It can happen. Yeah.
So I think if you know how to deal with them, it's pretty nice. I mean, if you apparently it's just like that. You just choose your own boat boy, and then you will deal with him, and the others won't bother you after that. That's what we just stayed a couple of days there.
Just a couple of days.
Yeah. And then up the islands. Guadeloupe, Martinique, Ile de Sand for a change, completely different. So close to Dominica, but
completely French.
Very different.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Mediterranean feel. I mean, it's more very European. It's interesting. And Antigua, a couple of days. Well, not so impressed by that, but other people have been happy there for months.
Yeah.
And then we went to St. Martin.
Yeah. And
How long have you been here?
Third season now.
Third season now,
for pretty long.
Yeah, because we heard that in St. Martin you can earn money. And then we were running a little bit out of money.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, we just give it a try to work here.
Yeah.
And St. Martin definitely is the place where you can work.
Wow, and that's how you found the scuba diving work here.
Yeah, right.
And Björn works as a mechanical engineer, so yeah.
That's it. Basically.
And then we thought, okay, we can make some money here, and repair the boat, pay all the stuff. So yeah, for the third season now, we sailed down in the hurricane season to Grenada.
Yeah.
And then after the hurricane season, we come back to St. Martin.
Nice.
And then we sailed down again.
Yeah.
But now we do it in one run. We don't stop anymore.
Yeah. The last times we just sailed straight from St. Martin to Saba.
Yeah.
To Saba, yeah. Saba's great for diving.
Saba's wonderful for diving.
Yeah. And then straight from Saba to Carriacou.
Yeah.